前菜の刺身のサラダで俺はすでに確信してたね。
Whoa, whoa, calm yourself, Battler. We got to get the intro going. Yes, hello everyone, my name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Umineko When They Cry. In the previous video, we got a lot of old man yelling as we got to learn a little bit about Kinzo, how he came to be as the person he is to an extent with his business opportunities and risks that he took growing up in order to, well, have this beautiful mansion and plot of land here on this very mysterious island of which he does not entirely own, and there's probably a witch, running around, but that aside, yeah, we got to learn a little bit about him and how crazy he actually seems to be. I think he has definitely lost his mind, and I don't think it's necessarily because of his age. I think he's lost his mind due to an array of many things, but probably black magic being involved, and again, a witch. So that whole deal with Beatrice. So that was the majority of the previous video, was just learning about Kinzo. So now that we're done with old man yelling for the moment, I think it's time for people to be yelling at each other to be going on here, because yes, it is time to eat, as Battler is pointing out, or I guess he's saying that there's going to be some food specifically coming out. We don't know yet, so let's see what's going on here, and I'm sure that there's going to be some lovely discourse, because this family is totally normal.
幸田さんは大したシェフだぜ。しかも魚は近海で取れたやつだろ。スーパーの刺身とはわけが違ったぜ。
おいおいよせよバトラー。育ちがバレちまうだろうが。
Oh, everybody knows. Everyone let out a big laugh. Damn, everybody's just going to be yelling at Battler because he's going to be the odd one out. These past 6 years, he just kind of doing his own thing, so it's like, yeah, he's going to stand out. Damn it, you say that even though you love these cheap pubs.
僕も仕事の都合で珍しいところで食事をすることもあるけど、合田さんは多分その道じゃ少しは知られた人だったんじゃないかな。
よくは知らねえんだけどよ。老舗ホテルでのれん分けだか派閥の分裂だかややこしいことがあってよ。そのトラブルで辞めざるを得なくなっちまったんだってさ。
Huh. That is a bit interesting.
それでその時、
I don't think it's necessarily concerning,
夫が使
but
用人の求人を出してたわけなんだよ。
yeah, that definitely raises an eyebrow. As Goda removed the empty plates, he began to recount his own bumpy past without losing his smile.
世の中というのは難しいものです。
Yes, sir.
しかし、そのおかげでこうして今日、後宮家で再び料理人として腕を振るう機会を賜ることができました。大勢の方の笑顔も嬉しいですが、お仕えすると決めた限られた方々にだけ喜んでいただくために、繊細なお仕事ができるのもとても楽しいことでございます。
I think as long as he's able to enjoy his profession in some sort of way, yeah, I think everything's okay.
これもすべて機会をくださった奥様のおかげです。
Goda-san respectfully bowed his head towards Aunt Natsuhi.
応募のあった中で、合田が一番腕が良かったからです。客観的判断に基づくもので、市場はありませんので。
Ah, come on. Give the man a break. Didn't mean to cut her off there, but dang, why does Aunt Natsuhi always have to sound so indifferent? If only she spoke with a bit more kindness, she might leave a different impression. Shonen-chan and Kumasawa-san enter from the hallway with a serving cart.
失礼いたします。
Ooh, it's food time. This time for realsies.
本日のデザートに移らせていただきます。
Goda-san and the others laid the beautifully adorned dessert out in front of us all. Wait, did we even eat like an actual meal? I guess it's true when they say you have another stomach for dessert. Oh, you know what? I think they actually already ate. Okay. I may have gotten that part mixed up here. I thought I already filled up on delicious food, but as soon as I laid eyes on that dessert, my stomach started yelling more. I don't know much about desserts, but this looked really good. A white pudding-like substance was garnished with 2 shades of red sauce, and elegant rose petals adorned the dish. Normally, during a high-class meal like this, you're supposed to wait for the chef to extol the virtues of this particular meal before eating. However, Maria was completely indifferent to strict rules like that, so she got so excited by this beautiful and delicious-looking dessert, jumping into the fray as soon as it was placed before her. Aunt Rosa scolded her, calling it bad manners, but George responded by saying, now, it's okay. What a guy.
こっちの酸っぱいこっちの酸っぱいバトラこっちのは外れふう
Maria exclaimed as she sampled the two colored sauces.
なんだと？当たりと外れがあるのかよ。よし、俺も味見をしてやるぜ。
Apparently, one sauce was sweet and the other sour. Despite it being bad manners, I also stuck my little finger in and licked it. Whoa, one of the sauces was sour enough to make you pucker up. If it were yellow, I'd have suspected lemon, but I couldn't guess what kind of sourness would be red. I decided to ask Shonon, who was putting away the serving cart behind us.
シャノンちゃん、この酸っぱいのは何のソースだい？
Shonen-chan hesitated to speak. Maybe her job was just to set the table, so she doesn't really know. Still, even considering that, she seems pretty stressed. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. Or did they use some ingredient that we'd be better off not knowing about? What the fuck? What the hell's your problem? While Aunt Natsuhi made a gesture that seemed to indicate an oncoming headache, Kumasawa-san, who was setting the table at the opposite seat, began to chuckle.
何の材料を使っていると思いますか？驚きますよ。
Oh, come on, you gotta tell us.
全然わかんねえぜ。というか、熊沢のばあさんがそういう笑い方すると不気味でならねえぜ。
Oh, it's such a great laugh, though. You never know what's coming out of her mouth.
で、何なんだよ、正体。
内緒ですよ。お耳を拝借。
Kumasawa-san leaned across from the other side of the table. I leaned forward myself when she asked. Their interest caught Jessica, George Aniki, and of course Maria, who also put their ears closer.
この酸っぱいのはですね、実はお魚のサバの絞り汁ですよ。
That's an interesting take. That's crazy, we all thought, horrified. Only Maria accepted it, nodding sagely. I'm also kind of just accepting it because I don't know what the deal is.
ほーサバは酸っぱいよ絞ったらこうなる
Guys, I think I'm also getting set up here. Wait a minute. When Maria started clamoring that mackerel were sour, the adults were unable to contain their laughter.
違うわよ酸っぱいのはしめ鯖でしょ
Whispered to Maria that mackerel is sour only once prepared as shimisaba. Okay. I don't even know what that other word was. Sorry, guys. When it comes to food and the like, I'm a basic boy. I don't do anything crazy. I actually don't even do seafood much. Like 99.999%, like I have not touched in terms of seafood. Ah, now I totally remember. Kumasawa-san was always like this, wasn't she? I think I remember her tricking me in all sorts of ways when I was young. Excuse me there. The most lethal has got to be that one. Those flimsy black things in Chinese dishes. They're kikurage mushrooms? She told me that they were penguin meat, and I went all around school like a smartass telling everyone, didn't I?
熊沢のばあちゃん、相変わらずだな。マリアが信じちゃうだろ
冗談ですよ。
Okay, so what is it?
今からゴーダさんがソースの正体を教えてくれますからね。
Alright, so never trust anything from her when it comes to food, but Goda looked a little put off about his masterpiece being laughed at for such a bizarre reason, but after clearing his throat once, he introduced the dessert to us.
それではデザートのご説明をさせていただきます。
Before you do that, I was gonna say, like, I don't know how a whole lot of, I don't want to say it's just high-class people, but when people do go out to a restaurant and they actually do eat a full-ass meal and then somehow have that second stomach for dessert, I have no idea how that's done whatsoever. And I've only done it like once recently, and that was Thanksgiving, where I ate a bunch, as you should for Thanksgiving here in the States, but afterwards, I went for a little bit of dessert, which is very unlike me, and I definitely felt more bloated and disgusting afterwards than I ever had after eating a full-on meal. I just ate way too much. I don't know how people can do it. I don't know how I pulled that off either. So it's a true mystery. But I think high-class people, and really just a lot of people that go to restaurants, I don't know, they're just able to pull it off. They just have that skill.
本日はご来賓の皆様が大層お気に入りでございましたバラの庭園にちなみましてパンナコッタをローズガーデン風に仕上げてみました。散らしてございますバラの花びらは当家の庭園より先ほど採取してきたものでございます。ソースはストロベリーとローズヒップの2色の赤をご用意しました。ストロベリーの甘味とローズヒップの酸味を交互にお楽しみになってください。
Damn, this guy's got some fucking creativity to him.
なお花びらは観賞用となっておりますので、避けてからお召し上がりくださいませ。それではどうぞお楽しみください。
Whoa. Man, I almost want to applaud before eating. Just like with medicine, reading the detailed description first seems to make it a whole lot better. As Goda-san elaborated on the details of this dessert, it started to feel even more appetizing. Seriously, should you call him subtle or just talented? Probably the latter, but the dessert was probably planned from the beginning, but taking the hint when we all stopped in front of the rose garden earlier today, well, he displayed an incredible and timely awareness by just adding a few rose petals from that garden. It really adds to the experience, actually, and it shows that he was paying attention. He is looking for those brownie points. This combination of sweet and sour was also exquisite. If it was just sweet, you would just get used to it and bored halfway through. But if you reached the sour sauce at that point, you'd get a really vivid taste. And then, once you return to the sweet sauce, all of the sourness in your mouth would be replaced with an enjoyable sweetness. I'm sure everyone else felt the same way. Every time Goda-san passed by one of our seats, someone praised the taste and his presentation.
いかがですか、奥様。
Oh yeah, he's looking for the brownie points.
相変わらず見事です。
And honestly, I would too. I love being praised.
お客様をおもてなしするに値します。
恐れ入ります。奥様、ご存知ですか、ローズヒップには頭痛に効く効果もあるそう
Oh,
ですよ。
he is really going for those brownie
奥
points.
様に特に
無理ならあんたの欲しい年収指立ててくれるだけでもええんやで。
Oh, you're gonna try and steal him?
あんたの腕がこの島だけで独占されとるのは人類の食文化に対する冒涜や。その腕わしの会社で振るってお客の皆さんを喜ばせてみる気はないかのう。秀吉さん、
Oh yeah, Krauss is not letting this man go.
うちのゴーダを引き抜かれるのですか。これは困った。ゴーダの待遇をもっと良くしないと引き抜かれてしまいそうだ。
Easy way to get a raise right then and there.
そうした方がいいわね。じゃないと引き抜かれて、3食が熊沢さんのサバ料理にされちゃうわよ。
これは手厳しゅうございます。すっかり根に持たれてしまいまして。
Oh, everybody just knows you too well there, Kumasawa. Yeah, see? Everyone let out a huge laugh. According to Jessica, Kumasawa-san's mackerel jokes were a running gag that our parents had long since gotten used to. Kumasawa-san often claimed that mackerels had precious nutritional value, which could slow aging, make people smarter, and more. Supposedly, while it couldn't stop the outward signs of aging, it helped prevent aging on the inside. Since she was still spirited enough to tell these kinds of jokes at her age, well, there must be something to that theory. Oh, that laugh.
それでは失礼いたします。
God damn.
夕食にはふるってロッケン島名物のサバ焼酎なるものがございまして。
Don't worry, guys. I know alcohol when I see it. Kumasawa-san, together with Shunin-chan, bowed and pushed the serving cart away. It was pretty funny to watch Goda-san, who looked like his show had totally been stolen, explain in a serious voice that we would be having a calf steak for dinner. That actually sounds pretty good.
さっきはありがとうございました。
As she pushed the serving cart, Shunin bowed her head very deeply.
なんもお礼を言われることなんてありません。
Kumasawa may have played dumb, but she had obviously understood and saved Shonen in the nick of time. Back when Battler had asked about dessert, Shonen had unfortunately hesitated. There may have been several ways to dodge the question, but all of them would have required some quick wits. Shonen, who hesitated when hard-pressed for a response, was always suffering because of this small weakness. If only Shonen had a little of the craftiness needed to cleverly shake off a mistake like Goda, and her life would have been a bit easier. The fact that she could perform other tasks flawlessly made this weakness even more unfortunate. However, there were some who understood Shonen's honest nature, her inability to gloss over a mistake and draw attention away from it. That was why Kumasawa had smoothly come to her rescue.
さっき源氏さんが午後のシフトに変更があるとおっしゃってましたよ。
I mean, we saw 2 videos ago, I believe, whenever we met all the servants here fully. I think maybe minus, shoot, what's his name? The head servant. I've already forgotten his name. It'll come to me, guys. Sorry, there's too many damn characters, but we'll get there as a team. But, no, when we met all the servants, it definitely seemed like Kumasawa was fully aware of the, I don't want to say the drama, but more of like the dynamic, everything that's going on among the servants, you know, what everybody thought of one another, and that probably gives her a step up in how to approach everything. So you could also say that, yeah, she, in a way, is looking after, you know, the young ones here.
確かシャノンさんは夕方までお休みがもらえたと思いました。羨ましい。
すみません。シフト表を確認していませんでした。
そうそう。オーブンでこれからちょっとサバを焼こうと思ってるんですよ。
Uh-oh.
できたらお休みの前にちょっと手伝ってくれると嬉しいですね。
はい。喜んでお手伝いさせていただきます。
To Shonen, Kumasawa was like a mother among the servants. Well, I guess there's a little vice versa, you know, mutual feelings of, you know, kindness and just, you know, working together, looking after one another. The dining hall needed to be cleaned up, so we were chased out. Instead, tea was being served in the parlor. I guess nothing crazy happened there for lunch. I guess everything was just smooth sailing, and really everything crazy going on around the time was Kinzo, you know, screaming Beatrice at the top of his lungs up in his private study. But apparently they had prepared the black tea that Aunt Rosa had bought for Aunt Natsuhi. Maria said that she also wanted to have some black tea, but my old bastard said that she couldn't and told us children to go play outside.
バトラ君、みんなで表に散歩に行かないかい?
Oh, a walk would be so good here.
服を濡らさないようにするのよ。靴もよ。
濡らさない。
It's just, but it's actually really fun just being there, like, you know, on the beach itself. You don't necessarily have to go to the water, but it is relaxing just being there. You know, you can see, you know, the water, the waves and everything, and you can just listen to it. And it's just, oh, it's so nice. Damn, I need to go to the beach.
バトラ君、マリアちゃんの面倒、ちゃんと見てあげてね。
おうよ、任せろ。
ほう。お前もキリエに頼まれると素直で可愛いじゃねえか。
What the fuck does that mean?
たまには俺の言うことも素直に聞いてみろよ。
へっ、まっぴらごめんだぜ。行こうぜ、みんな。
That was weird. I get that he was, you know, just being a little playful and everything, and, you know, just trying to get, like, a little gag out of that, but, like, I don't know, it just seemed out of nowhere. The children flew out of the parlor. Oh, there he is. Genji, that's his name. Alright, I was thinking it started with a G, but I was thinking of Goda. Now, that's the main man himself. They were replaced by Genji, who pushed a serving cart in and prepared to serve the tea. The parlor was filled with a sublime aroma, which delighted everyone while they waited to sate their thirst. Excuse me.
ルドルフのところは家族仲がいいじゃないか。良いことだ。
Oh, 100%.
よせよ。兄貴のところには負けるぜ。
そうよ。ジェシカちゃん、本当に可愛らしく育ったじゃない。これも夏日姉さんの教育の賜物ね。
Oh yeah, you know what? We should just compare children. Great idea.
どうも。
Natsuhi answered coldly. The conversation broke off then, and the parlor fell silent. Never mind. Maybe Hideyoshi couldn't bear the silence because he broke it himself with an exaggerated gesture.
しかし、成長は早いもんやで。いつまでも子供だと思っとったが、図体はみるみるでかくなり、いつの間にか大人の仲間入りや。バトラ君なんか見違えたで。
Yeah, I was just about to bring him up actually. Like he's the big boy.
体は大きくなりましたけど、まだ子供です。うちの主人も未だに子供ですけれど。
子供と大人の境ってどこなのかしらね。
I don't know, maybe look at Maria. You know, that's a pretty good example for comparison.
私、未だに大人になって
I get what she means though.
自覚が持てない。
I mean, it's a question that like a lot of young adults tend to ask themselves because, yeah, shit, you know, me in my mid-20s, I don't feel like I've truly grown up. I mean, goddamn, still got a long way to go.
情けないじゃないか。一児の母の言うことではない。
そうね。私たちももう子供じゃない。大人同士よ。だから感情的にならず、知的な会話をしたいわね。
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say something that's so mean, but like, I just have to get it out there. So one thing is I've already started to notate, you know, predictions that are going to pop up that I'm going to throw out there as we're recording and all that. And I'm going to kind of, you know, just notate on the side, but obviously state my predictions aloud. But that also means I got to state my thoughts, guys. I don't know what's coming up here in the story. I don't know if somebody's going to get killed. I have a feeling that that's very likely. I know some batshit insane things are bound to go down. However, if we have to sacrifice one person, like an initial death to get, you know, the ball rolling, please let it be Ava. Oh my gosh, like I just cannot stand her character already. Like I'm trying so hard to like everybody, but I'm already having like my inner battles with like some of these characters, and Ava so far is like, I don't know. Hideyoshi, you know, I want him to live. I want that man to like survive everything. When Ava smiled with sharp sarcasm, everyone seemed to get more tense. It felt as though that pleasant tea aroma had been tossed out the window.
知的な会話なら昔からいつも心がけているじゃないか。お前の嫌味は時に的を外している。
Yes, let's make fun of her.
昔から変わらない。
昔からいつもですって？
Oh, is this where everybody's gonna finally yell at each other?
あらあら、その言葉をきれいに放送して何十年か前のこの部屋に届けてあげたいわね。ねえ、ローザ。
Rosa gave a vague smile. She knew that whether she agreed or disagreed, she had earned the displeasure of one of her siblings. It was a bit of a worldly wisdom that had been essential for someone growing up as the youngest sibling.
よせよ、姉貴。ガキどもがいない間に本題に入ろうじゃねえか。それこそ知的な話よ。
Well, Rudolph has like a pretty good fucking head on his shoulders right now, which is a little surprising based on what everybody's been saying. But as Rudolph glanced over the faces of all present, some let out a slight sigh and some let out a small look of resignation, or some let a small look of resignation cross their face, excuse me. They were approaching their unavoidable true agenda.
去年の時点で余命3ヶ月だったんだ。ってことは、すでにマイナス9ヶ月ってことじゃねえか。
No, it's as I said in the previous video, just every month they'll continue to say 3 months, they just keep on pushing it up.
いつお迎えが慌ててすっ飛んでくるかもわ
It's
から
the
ねえ状
secret
態
way
って
to
こ
live
とだ
forever.
ぜ。
当主様は今でも健在でおられます。このような不穏当な話を日も明るいうちからなさろうとするなど、ルドルフさんの正気を疑わざるを得ません。
だがな、夏日さん、こういうしょっぱい話はいざことがあってからじゃ遅いんや。今が元気だからこそ余裕あるうちにしとくもんなんやで。これも財産のエチケットみたいなもんや。
Kinzo himself even knows that, like, you know, they're looking to see who's going to be taking the money, I'm pretty sure.
諸君の関心は親父殿のよう
You
じゃ
know,
ない
who's
か。
going to be, you know, taking what and you know, his passing. A will, if you will.
南條先生、あなたから説明してくださいませんか。彼らもそれをお望みらしい。
Nanjo, who had been standing by the window and staring out at the rose garden, let out a single cough when he realized that he was being called.
南條先生、お父様の具合はどんな感じなんですか？
Well, his mental state sucks. I can guarantee
ま
that.
ずはじめに、私が去年申し上げました余命3ヶ月という言葉が一人歩きをしているようですので。
言われずともわかるわ。余命というのはあくまでも見込みであって約束ではないとおっしゃられるのよね。
さようです。ですから皆さんからたびたびお尋ねを受けますが、いつ亡くなるのかということは決して断言できないことなのです。
Well, sorry, gang. I guess we can't talk about money yet.
人の命は体と心に支えられております。体が弱れば危うくもなりますが、それを補う心の強さがあれば小康状態を維持することもあるのです。
Okay, I have never in my time of recording visual novels or even reading any have seen a text box grow larger in order to keep, you know, the sentence all shown at the same time. I mean, I've seen them like go like to another text box, you click and it's like it's the same thing that's being said by the character, but this is the first time I've seen it grow. That did happen there, didn't it? I wasn't just seeing things. I know that's not the important thing here, but like that's never happened in my time of, you know, recording these visual novels. Never.
キリエ、すまんがしばらく黙っててくれ。
Ayo?
ごめんなさい。
さようです。金蔵さんの体はすっかり病魔に蝕まれております。ましてやあのような強いお酒をたしなまれ続けてはとてもとても。
Yeah, he is hitting that crazy shit.
崖っぷちなのも酒のせい。ながらえてるのも酒のせいか。酒豪の親父らしいね。
それで先生、もちろん見込みで結構なんですけども、お父様、来年の今日まではさすがにどうかしら？
当主様に対してあまりに無礼な質問です。
Natsuhi jumped on Ava, not even bothering to hide her astonished expression. But the thing is that, yeah, I mean, everybody is, you know, curious for an obvious reason, as I've already brought up here. But I mean, come on, like it's good to see, you know, how long somebody has. It's just, why is she so like? I guess the big question here is why is she so like defensive? Like I get it; it can be seen as a little, you know, disrespectful, but. I'm trying not to sound like an asshole, but like, yeah, Kinzo himself is a bit of an asshole to everybody. I think a lot of people here are ready to see him kick the bucket. Ava stared back daringly, but Hideyoshi realized what was going on and tried to smooth things over with a forced smile.
ああ、夏井さん、カニーナ。エヴァ、お前も少し言葉を選ばんか。
ごめんなさい。お父様の容体が気になって仕方なかったもので。
Yeah, uh-huh.
そうですか。それは気づきませんでした。
南條先生、聞かせてやってください。父親の寿命を気遣う娘の麗しい家族愛じゃないですか。
Krauss laughed sarcastically and Ava, smiling sweetly, returned an identical chuckle.
来年までお元気かという質問ですが、医者の私としてはとても難しい。
Well, for the sake of the story, I don't think he will be.
この小康状態がまだしばらくは続くようにも思いますし、何らかの発作が来れば、その時にはどうしようもないかもしれません。何しろ、六軒島は孤島です。すぐに救急車が飛んでこれるわけではありません。本来ならば、今度のしかるべき大病院に入院していただきたいところなのですが。
Yeah, that is never happening. He is never leaving this fucking island. It's because he wants to see Beatrice. He wants to be close to her.
親父殿は高尚な研究を中断されたくないと仰せだ。
Oh, that too. Black magic and all.
連れ出そうとしたのがあだになったらしい。外へ出れば病院に閉じ込められてしまうのではないかと、ひどくお疑いになられていてな。すっかりこのざまなのだよ。
南條先生の診察は受けておられるの？
親父殿は南條先生には心を許しておられる。機嫌が良ければ診察も受けられるようだがね。
容体を見はするが、薬を勧めようとも入院を勧めようとも。
He probably has to like skirt around certain discussions.
本当に見るだけですがな。
お医者嫌いの方もおるもんや。しかし、困ったもんだのう。
Nanjo sighed deeply. The purpose of an examination is to determine what medical treatment would be appropriate. Receiving an examination and then not following the advice given makes the whole thing pointless.
つまりおさらいすると、相変わらず余命は3ヶ月。瀕死のまま。あとどれだけ流らえるか、見当もつかねえってことだ。
Shit. Again, for the sake of the sake of the story here, I do think even 3 months is pushing it.
ルドルフさん、言葉を少し慎まれてはいかがですか？
ああ、すまんね。昔からこういう口の聞き方なんだ。
Yeah, I sort of believe it.
勘弁してくれ。
南條先生のご意見は分かりました。クラウス兄さんから見てどうなの？
実を言うと、南條先生とは異なる意見だね。
Oh, in what way?
とても余命3ヶ月の重病人とは思えないというのが本心だ。
ここは専門家の意見を採用させてもらうぜ。となりゃ、決して親父の財産を話し合うことは時期尚早ではないってことさ。
Yep, okay, we're back onto the money talk. Let's go.
お父様の個人資産はおそらく数百億にも届くでしょうね。
God damn.
でもそれは綺麗な現金で揃ってるわけじゃないわ。お誕生会のケーキみたいに綺麗にナイフが入ってカットできるほど単純じゃないでしょ？
Oh no, definitely not. Again, this guy went on business ventures, if you will. He made very big ass risks. He's one to invest. I mean, he made his money in some crazy ass ways, I'm sure. I guess you could really call it gambling. But no, he made such decisions, and well, I guess that's kind of how we have come to this point with everybody, you know, having a company of their own. So I'm sure that he's got his money set aside in sorts of ways that it's not like, oh yeah, here's wads of cash ready to go. No, it's definitely a little bit more sophisticated.
姉貴の例えは面白いな。そうさ。ケーキの上にはイチゴやらチョコの家やらが乗ってて、綺麗に等分するのが難しいことだってあるだろ。それを加味してどういう風にナイフを入れるのか先に相談しておくのは大切なことだと思うぜ。
それを当主様が存命のうちからさも他界なされたかのように声高に議論される皆さんの気が知れません。
Now, I've never had this conversation before with like anybody ever in my life. That's just, you know, not me. Also, I'm not in a rich family where like this can't even be discussed or know anybody rich. But no, isn't it like smart to get an idea? Like if you know that somebody is bound to die, and if that somebody also knows that they're about to die, wouldn't it be better to sit down and kind of figure out how you want to split things up instead of doing it afterwards where there's the possibility of vagueness, ambiguity, and just a lot of confusion all around because now the source is gone. You can't ask questions.
あら、必要な話よ。
Unless their lawyer or attorney knows everything.
だって遺産相続はその時点で直ちに行われなきゃならないものよ。ましてや栄光ある後宮家の財産は莫大。事前に入念な相談が必要なことはお分かりでしょうが、当家の資産はあなたのご実家とは大違いなんだから。
失礼な。私の実家は関係ありません。
Natsuhi responded indignantly, though in a low voice. That did not sound like a low voice, and the already dark atmosphere grew even more hostile. Yeah, Ava is, you know, further proving my point.
予算かえば。夏日さん、堪忍な。口が悪いのは許したってな。
Hideyoshi tried to smooth things over by glancing at both with a forced smile, but it only resulted in making the hostility between Ava and Natsuhi even more intense. Damn, I'm feeling like I was already feeling a bit bad for Natsuhi, but now even more so. Yeah, get out of here, Nanjo. You do not want to be a part of this anymore. Nanjo rose from his seat and exited the parlor. To an outsider, it may have seemed like a normal act of courtesy, but his back was watched by several glances envious of his ability to escape. Because nobody fucking can. Everybody is stuck here. They have to, you know, go through this conversation. After the doctor had exited his footsteps, had disappeared into the distance, Krauss recrossed his legs.
つまりお前たちの言い分はこうかね。親父殿の余命は短い。遺産分配について早急かつ具体的な協議に入りたい。
Oh, but of course.
何を焦っているのかね。
Because money.
確かにお前たちの言う通り、後宮家の財産を算定し分配するのは簡単なことではないだろう。なれば、じっくりと算定すべきじゃないのかね。
Okay, so what is the problem with like sitting down and beginning to make these deliberate calculations and take the time? Again, while the source is alive.
そうだろう？ローザ、何を焦ることがあるのかね。
焦ってるわけじゃない。でも、兄弟の間での取り決めは必要。
I think the reason why it maybe seems like it's a little hasty with some is because they meet once a year. Everybody is here. Why not talk about this?
それはいつでもいいことだけれども。
That's my thinking, though. I'm just an idiot, though.
お父様
You
の
know,
具
what
合
do
が
I
悪
know?
くなっていて、その日が近づいているというなら、先に話だけしておいても、それは請求とは言わないと思うし。
Rosa shot a glance at Ava and Rudolph. As the youngest sibling in the family, it was hard for her to be cross-examined by the eldest.
ほう、それはお前の本心かね。兄弟で一番素直で綺麗な心を持っていたお前が、そんなことを言い出すとは思えんね。そこの二人に吹き込まれたんじゃないのかね。
よせよ、兄貴。ローザだって兄弟だぜ。親父の遺産に公平な権利がある。関心を持つのは当然じゃねえか。
Yeah, everybody here is interested, even those that aren't like a child of the man.
親父だっていつかは必ず死ぬし、それは遠い未来の話でもない。
And as blunt as Rudolph just put it, yeah, definitely.
むしろ兄貴が悠長すぎるくらいさ。まるで遺産分配から話をそらしたくて仕方がないように見えるぜ。
Yeah, Krauss is a little in between, and his wife is very just against all of this shit.
それはどういう意味ですか？
And there she is.
主人にやましいところがあるとおっしゃいたいのですか？
まあ、夏日さん、話は聞いておくなあれ。
兄さん、今は大変強気だそうじゃない？そうよね。去年以降、空前の好景気で円は上がる一方、ドルが100円に至るのだって夢物語じゃなさそうよ。
Actually, I wonder how the dollar is doing around 100 yen.
それに、与党は来年頃に保養地整備法を成立させようっていうじゃ
And
な
I
い。
guess I also gotta wonder, like, how was it back in the 80s?
今や日本中のリゾート開発会社がどれだけ軍資金を集められるかって奔走してるところよ。
詳しいじゃないか。これから日本には空前の好景気が訪れる。親父殿が後宮家を再興した時と同じくらいの大規模な需要拡大の時代がね。
Was there a repeat, though?
日本国民は死に
Was
物
there
狂いで
such a
働
boom?
き、高度経済成長を実
See, I
現
don't
して
know.
世
I
界
really
で一
don't.
番豊かな国民となる。国民の消費は増大し、それを回収できる施設があぶく銭を手にする時代になったのだよ。今や国民のニーズは3種の電化製品ではない。スキー場、ゴルフ場、総合プール、リゾートホテルにテーマパーク。数年前に開業したデルゼニーランドには
yes.
行った。
Delsnyland.
素晴らしい遊園地じゃないか。あそこでは大人も童心に帰り家族で楽しむことができるんだ。かつて家族を顧みずに滅私奉公することだけが美徳だった時代はもはや終わろうとしている。
Guys, I'm sorry, but I've never been to Disneyland.
我々は世界で一
I've
番
never
豊か
been.
な国民として、ようやくそれを享受できるように
Or
なった。
Delsnyland, whatever you want to call it.
クラウス兄さんの読みは大したもんや。わしも数年前に聞いた時はそんなアホなと思ったわ。でもな、G5 のプラザ合意聞いてから変わったんや。円はみるみる強くなり、地価はこれから天井知らずに上がるやろ。
Oh, everything's fucking going up around this time, isn't it?
日本が世界経済の中心になる日も遠くはない。
I think it's the 90s when things become really killer, and then the early 2000s, I'm thinking US, but early 2000s, you know, things get fucked, and then, well, then things just rise from there.
兄さんは時代を見る目のあるお人や。それだけは
I think I got my
間違い
times
ないで。
right. I could be wrong. I may have some things mixed up.
秀吉兄さんに同じだ。
I don't remember much from my economics class, I'm sorry.
兄貴は10年越しで時代を読めてるよ。その嗅覚は親父譲りだろうな。大したもんだぜ。だが親父と違ってちょいと見通しのタイミングを読み違っちまったところはあるよな。
兄さんは必ず日本が好景気を迎えると信じてあちこちにリゾート計画を起こし、
Oh, that's
そのほ
right.
とんどで失敗し続けたわ。
Yeah, we need to really take a step back from Krauss here because according to Kinzo, all of his business ventures, his being Krauss's, have kind of just been shit. So there's that to kind of consider here.
兄さんの読み通りの時代は確かに訪れつつあるけど、その時期を読むことには失敗したわね。
What Krauss doesn't know is that eventually people are just going to be on their phones and
そ
shit.
して焦って生産して、
Fuck
結
these
局は
amusement parks
傷
and
口を
whatnot.
広げたわ。本当に嗅覚が当てになって好景気が訪れることを読めていたなら生産するわけない。これって兄さんが自分で自分の才能を信じてない証拠じゃないの？
失礼な。
God damn. Why are her poses so, like, triumphant looking?
主人を侮辱するつもりですか?
A little bit. Natsuhi's forehead creased as she rose from the sofa. Ava, paying this no heed, stared at Krauss with a confident smile. Krauss, who also maintained his confident appearance, told Natsuhi to sit down.
よさないか夏日。昔からこういう言い方しかできないやつだ。少し落ち着きなさい。また頭痛に触る。
She's had a headache
兄
since
さん
we've
に
seen
才能
her.
がない証拠は私たちのすぐ近くにもあるわよ。だって兄さん、この島をリゾート化するって張り切ってたじゃない？素敵なリゾートホテルも建てて、庭園もきれいに整備して。
Isn't this island, like, really out of the way?
私は素人だから分かりかねるけど、相当のお金を使ったんでしょ？
Doesn't this island also have, like, a shit ton of weird stuff going on? You know, such as that missing, whatever it was when we were sailing in. And, oh yeah, a huge forest with a supposed witch in it?
だからなんだというのですか？主人の事業はあなたとは関係ありません。
God damn.
いや、そいつは違うぜ、夏日さん。ロッケン島は兄貴のものじゃない。親父のものだ。もちろん建てたホテルは兄貴のものだぜ。なんなら、俺たちは今夜の宿泊料を払ってやってもいいさ。な、ローザ。
それはまあ持ち合わせで足りるなら。
That's an interesting way of going about that.
島の資産価値は上がる。
大切な商売道具でしょ？確かに開業するまでずっと鍵をかけておくわけにもいかないわよね。少しは使って風通しを良くしないと建物は傷んじゃうもの。
And here's another thing. With the age of technology, it's definitely going to be ramping up. The 90s, that's nothing. 2000s, you're fucked. Honestly, like, there's no way. And especially with an island so out of the way, you know, renovations and keeping things up to date, there's no way.
でも、私たちが年に一度泊まるだけのゲストハウスって言うんじゃ、ちょっと合成すぎやしないかしら。ねえ、ローザ。
I gotta admit, guys, every time Ava speaks, I'm just like, ugh.
あんなに素敵ならオープンしたらさぞや人気が
It's
出
the
るでしょ
voice actor, though. It's how she, like, nothing against the voice actor. Never anything against the voice actor. But, like, goddamn, her delivery here is like, oh, goddamn.
ああ、
It's
あな
hurting
た
me.
が前に言ってたホテルってゲストハウスのことだったのね。
Yeah, that's what I was connecting to here.
立派なもんだろ？ローザの言う通り、オープンできたら人気が出るだろうよ。
The lodging they had been guided to wasn't originally intended to serve as a guest house. It was originally constructed as a resort hotel. Yeah, that kind of confused me again whenever they started saying like, hey, we'll pay or whatever for the night. It's like, oh, okay. I see. That's what it looks like. However, even though it was built 2 years previously, there was still absolutely no prospect of it opening.
でももう出来上がってから2年も経つのよ。2年経って未だに開業のめどはつかないの？
I wonder what the holdup is.
任せて
Or
る
what his
管理会社
excuses
は
here.
どこ？
Because everybody's on the same page here.
失敬な。
God damn.
それは主人の手落ちではありません。主人の仕事を請け負う会社間でトラブルが生じているだけで、うちはあくまでも被害者です。
What the fuck company, like what would be the holdup with the company then? 2 years.
しかしな。
That is not normal.
クラウス兄さんが任せてる。
Or at least I'm pretty sure it's not. It doesn't sound normal.
噂は聞かんで。
はっきり言ってあげなさいよ。
I wonder, maybe he cut corners with trying to find a company to do the contracting with.
不払い横領トラブルで計画が空中分解しちゃったって話。裏も取れてるんだから。
何の裏だか存じませんが、事実無根です。観光業への新規参入には方々への根回しが必要になります。相手が信用に足りるかを測ることも大事です。
And how did that go?
それに手間取っているだけに過ぎません。
維持費はかからんでも返せん借金は膨らむ一方や。すまんがクラウス兄さん、この島の開発計画の話。
Damn, Hideyoshi.
調べさせてもろたんや。
Hideyoshi came in with the fucking research, and everybody's on the same page, sure. But Hideyoshi is coming in. He's got the fucking details.
正直こっちも話は聞かへんのや。
And he doesn't seem to really be the only one. It seems like a lot of people here did a little bit of digging, looked into this. You know, they see, okay, the company they're with, it's kind of dog shit. The decisions here are also very dog shit. And Hideyoshi coming in with that final fucking slam down.
確かに今の財政状況だけを見たらそういう印象を持たれるかもしれない。だが、これは先行投資なのだよ。
A what?
その読みを誤り、これまでに多くの負債を生んでしまったことは認めざるを得ない。だが、ようやく時代が私に追いついた。これまでに失った分はすぐに取り戻せる。
How? By snapping your fingers?
いや、それどころか。これまでの投資だってやがては私の元に戻ってくる。そう例えるなら、放った稚魚が鮭となり、肥えて帰ってくるようにね。
Okay, but how? I mean, I'm actually really curious. Like, how?
それは認めるで。
I don't.
これからリゾート業界は空前の好景気を迎えるやろ。これまでの負債を埋められるほどかはわからんが。だがな、クラウス兄さん。これまで散々負け続けた兄さんが、どこから軍資金を調達したっていうんや。
Yeah, we gotta see results.
それも半端ない軍資金や。あれだけの穴を埋められる軍資金やで。
秀吉さんは何をおっしゃいたいのですか？
ああ、夏樹さん。ほんま怒らんといてえな。わしらも調べたんや。これまで負け戦続きのクラウス兄さんに、最近の強気な莫大投資を支えられるほどの融資を誰ができたんか。
Again, fucking Hideyoshi coming in with the fucking slam down with like the research, the sources. Oh wait, what the fuck's going on here? That's not right. Oh wait, no, he's finishing his sentence. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, no, I'm confused. What the fuck am I reading here? Hold on. What the fuck have I read here? Hold on. Yeah, it's like he kind of just cut off here, as if it's being finished by Rudolph. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? Okay, I see. So it actually did trail off into a new section, and then now it's Rudolph who's sent. Okay, that is so confusing. That kind of confused me there.
そのお金をってことになるのよ。
ほう。興味深い話じゃないか。
Yeah.
それで？
あなた。
Yeah, no, egg them on. Keep it going.
いつまで放置されるつもりですか？
No, keep it going.
座れよ。
Let them cook.
夏樹さん、単刀直入に言おう。兄貴は親父の個人資産を自分の事業に流用してる。これはほぼ間違いねえ。これが俺たちの誤解だってんなら、どうかぜひそれを解いてもらいたいもんさ。
ルドルフ、流用なんてもんじゃないわよ。
It's stealing.
これは横領よ。
100%.
刑事告発できる立派な犯罪なんだから。叱るべき決着がついた後には司法に委ねることになるでしょうね。
Oh yeah. And it honestly looks like the table is already being set up for that because, well, they're doing some research. Everybody's coming together here. They're all on the same page. They've all looked into this. Hideyoshi over here is fucking slamming down the sources.
そんな輩に後宮本家跡継ぎを名乗らせるとお思い？
Whoa.
ユニコと書いて当主様への裏切りとは聞き捨てがたい。
I think that's all what they're doing here.
この栄光ある後宮家の敷居をまたぐ資格はもはやあなたにはありません。即刻ここを出て行きなさい。さあほら。
Natsuhi, who had already reached the limits of her anger, shouted at Ava in a rage. She then pointed alternately at Ava and the hallway, demanding that she leave. Ava took out a folding fan and fanned herself with it, glaring maliciously at Natsuhi as though silently daring her to repeat what she had said. However, her mouth was still smiling, curved in the shape of a crescent moon. In that unpleasant silence, Rosa gulped. Even I'm gulping over here.
夏日姉さん、誰に向かってそんな口をお聞きなの?
Yeah, guys, remember there's a ranking system going on here. And Natsuhi is many ranks below Ava. Many.
無礼極まりない主人の妹に対してです。これ以上は私も本家の台所を預かる者として聞き捨てなりません。
台所を預かる?
Oh my god. We're gonna ever address this fucking wind? Whoa.
黙るがいい。この名ばかり女房が。
Whew. Whew. God damn, alright. Whew. Okay, Jesus Christ. Ava folded the fan with a snap and rose to her feet energetically. Compared to the elegance and playfulness she had shown until a second ago, she was now unimaginably aggressive.
バカバカしい。お前が下がりなさい。この後ろ宮エヴァに。当主様の左肩を許されている後宮家序列第3位のこのエヴァに下がれと?
Yeah, she's literally right below Krauss. Like, I have no idea where Natsuhi's coming at. Like, again, still kind of feeling bad for Natsuhi in the, situation that she's kind of been thrown into here, but honestly, I think she's an unfortunate Skylar White here, and she just doesn't have room to say anything. She's below the children.
身の程を知りなさい。そしてお前のそのみすぼらしい姿を鏡に映してみるがいい。
Oh, come on, you don't have to throw that in there.
お前の服のどこに翼が、どこに片翼のわしが許されているのか。貴様など後宮家の跡継ぎを残すためだけの存在じゃないの。
Holy shit.
身の程をわきまえるがいい。このゲス女が。
Damn. Guys, I can't even find the proper words to say. Ava decided to just fucking... I don't even know what the fuck she's doing, but she's doing it. She's cooking. She's cooking hard. She's actually burning the food a little. Ava's face twisted hideously as her words gouged into Natsuhi's heart, like talons wrenching at it. There were 100 ways Natsuhi wanted to respond. However, her anger and sorrow crushed her throat, and none of those words managed to make it to her mouth. Honestly, I've never felt that before until recently. I can't really get into the reasons why, but like, when things are just so tough, when things are just like backing you into a corner, there's things you want to say. Like, you have them ready in your mind, but then they get so caught up in your throat. Like, it's such a crazy feeling. I can't even properly describe it, but no, I'm right there with her. I know what she means. I know what I know what her situation is like. Not to this extent, obviously, but fuck, dude. Her anger had nowhere to go, and became a single hot tear that slowly dripped down. What the fuck is that smile? What the fuck?
何か言い返したいなら、ほーら。
Well, that's evil. Ava faced her with a provocative gaze. However, Natsuhi could do nothing but tremble, her clenched fists quivering. Krauss quietly broke that powder keg tension.
夏日、席を外しなさい。
Ooh.
頭を冷やすといい。
Natsuhi, resenting the fact that her husband had not come to her aid, shifted the focus of her attack.
あなたはさっきから何を言われているのか分かってるんですか?
Yeah, he's taking it. Like, he's fucking, taking the bullets that are being fired at him.
この人たちは言うにこと書いてあなたのことを私たちが後宮家の栄光を守り お父様からそれを受け継ぐため、日々高潔であろうとする全ての努力をないがしろにして踏みにじる。なんという聞きがたい暴言。あなたもあなたです。どうして言い返さないんですか？
Is it true? Is everything they're saying true, perhaps?
あなたが言い返さないから私が言い返しているのに、さっきからあなたは私に任せっきりで。
Or maybe he actually has like a proper response. Like he has an answer to everything
そ
here.
の私に頭を冷やして来いなんて言うんですか？いつも私ばかり。私はいつも真剣にこの家のことを考えているのに。
I hate to say it, but I think she like cared a little bit too much. Because there is caring too much for something when you probably shouldn't, you know? Natsuhi was already unable to hide her tears. She flew from the room in that state. After that, all that remained was a somewhat embarrassed mood about the parlor. When the sound of footsteps grew distant and silence returned, Krauss shrugged his shoulders slightly. No, you're good, dude. You're fine. God damn.
昔から感情を抑えるのは下手でね。私も苦労している。
あんなのに切り盛りされてたんじゃ。兄さんも気苦労が絶えないわね。
All right, so conversation over for now, maybe?
奥様。
何でもありません。下がりなさい。
Natsuhi flew into her room and threw herself onto her bed, lamenting. Those heart-wrenching sobs reached Kumasawa in the hallway.
おいたわしや奥様。奥様とエヴァ様は犬猿の仲。
You don't say. You really don't say.
このお二人の関係を説明するのは、女の私にはとてもしんどくございます。後宮家は血を特に重んじられますが、嫁いで家を出れば、本来は序列から除籍されます。ですから、エヴァ様も本来は秀吉様とのご成婚の際に除籍されるはずだったのです。
Yeah, but there's no normal circumstances here, not in this family.
妻は後継ぎを残すための道具。
Which is just crazy. Honestly, this whole setup is just crazy.
唯一の役割を果たせないのなら、入り婿を取って自分が後継ぎを産むと吹き込み、ご自分の席を後宮家にとどまらせるよう認めさせたのでございます。
Wow. No, that's fucking devilish right there.
後宮家に嫁ぎ、
But also smart. You have to give her credit for that. I hate to give her credit for it, but you have to.
血族として残ったエヴァ様は、後宮家の序列の中では雲泥の差。しかもエヴァ様は先にそれも男児をご出産されております。どれほど奥様の立場がエヴァ様の前で弱いものであったか、
Yeah.
お察しいただけますでしょうか。奥様にとっては、もし自分がすぐに解任することができれば、エヴァ様の入り婿など親方様に認めさせずに済み、今日、
Oh, my bad.
しかしそれは奥様のせいであろうはずもない。すべては気まぐれな神様とジェシカさんをお届けすることが遅れたコウノトリのせいなのでございます。
Yeah, I mean, I am not a doctor or a scientist or any bit smart, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that can come up whenever you're actually trying to have a kid. Obviously, it is not as easy as it may seem at times. I mean, there's a lot of variables, and yeah, I mean, other things are also going on in life too.
だからといって、
When you're trying to win the race, sometimes it's just
そうと割り切れるはずも
there's
な
no
い。
there's no way you can win. There's no race to
た
win.
だ妻としての責務を全うできなかったことに、女として悔し涙をこぼすしかできないでしょう。はあ、おいたわしや。私には何もできず。
That is true.
こうして物陰から見守ることしかできない。
Kumasawa being the nosy one that she is, that's all she can do. All right. Oh, there we go. See, that shit would scare me a lot more often if it was louder, but luckily it's not. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I think I know where we're going. We're going outside. We're going to the beach. Yeah, we'll end it here. I was hoping that we can get to the end of the section here, and that we did. I'll take up the second slot here, but Yeah, wow. That was an episode, or a video. That was truly something. Actually, before we wrap up, are there any new tips? It's been a while since we got a tip of any sort. I think we have. I think we did get some new tips here. Large Japanese numbers, which doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. I really don't want to even look into this. Kotatsu, I mean, we all know what a kotatsu is, right? We've all watched a nice, cozy anime before. We are now into the 5th chapter of episode 1. I think it was somebody in my comments of the previous episode. Somebody stated how many chapters there are in each episode. I keep on calling my videos episodes. Sorry, I'm making it more confusing. But there's like 15 to 20 per episode of the 8. So that can kind of give you an idea of progress, which means we're still at the very beginning and we shouldn't even be thinking of progress right now, but it's whatever. No, I mean, this was, this video really marked a sudden shift because we all knew this was coming. I definitely did. I knew eventually there was going to be some family discourse because everybody went into their own direction. Kinzo gave the hint of like everybody being a failure for, you know, this and that. And it just so happens that we focused on Krauss in this discussion with him being not so great with his business decisions. And we got a little bit of an idea as to what he's sort of been up to recently and why everybody is so skeptical. Even I'm pretty skeptical of him so far. It looks like a guy that you would want to be skeptical of him. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. He's also got the name of the very person that you would be skeptical of. I don't know, it's like an evil sounding name, a Krauss. I mean, come on. But that aside, no, business is a very tough subject for me, and I've never taken a business course of any sort other than economics back when I was in community college. So my knowledge on proper business decisions and, you know, putting your money in the right place for investments and, you know, supporting certain, you know, things, that is most definitely beyond me. So if you guys have any, you know, tips for how all that works or anything that I should know involving this whole process back in the 80s, because, you know, this whole deal is much different than it is today, especially in, you know, where I live, the States, you know, definitely leave comments below, get me up to speed there. But I think I have a general idea of what everybody thinks and what's going on with Krauss's lovely business ideas. So that's all great. Some good family drama to really stir the pot, you know? But anyways, yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you all for watching. I know this, if anything, I would have to say this was probably the slowest of the videos so far, while also still delivering some crazy shit. So I'm still hooked. I'm still having a lot of fun. And really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride so far. I've decided that I will be finishing off episode 1 at the least, and once we get done with the first episode, I'll properly decide if I'll continue to record. But it's looking good, guys. I'm having a lot of fun. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.